Hey guys, so here is another in my video series focusing on the SAT math and especially the difficult problems that you'll find near the ends of the sections. And in this video I've chosen two difficult percent questions. And also, before we go ahead, if you wouldn't mind liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also hitting the notification bell because I will do more and more of these challenging SAT math problems, and so you want to know when I've posted one so you can get at it and see how you do. Alright, let's get started. I want to show you an important situation we have with percentages often on the SAT, and that is where they give you percentages. Say here you have selling a sweatshirt. So we give in items, some item that something's being sold, and then they'll say that the price is changed by a certain percent, and then, oh, it's changed by another percent. In this case, I'm going to look at, we have store sells sweatshirts, we have sale, and it's discounted by 28%, then it's discounted by 15%. So let me just go and do that. So I'm going to start with the starting amount. I'm going to write P equals the original price. That's the starting price. I'll just call that P. From there, remember, now we get a 28% off. 20% off. All right? Here's you want to look at, if you're losing 28%, if something is 100% of itself, the original price is 100% of itself, and you're taking away 28% of that, notice you're still keeping 72%. All right? So what ends up, if I take 28% off of the price, I am still paying 72% of the price, so I'm still paying the 0.72 of the original price. This is now my sale, that represents my sale price. 0.72 of the original price. Now the next thing is, I go from the original to the sale, and then they're going to give me an extra 15% off if I buy it online. So 15% off of this. Again, so if I take away 15% from something, I'm still keeping, because if you have the original 100%, take away 15%, I'm still keeping 85% of what I have. Okay, so that means that I'm still going to keep 0.85 or 85% of that 0.72p. So what I need to know is what is 85% of the 0.72p. Okay, so finding 85% of 0.72p, we're doing 0.85 times 0.72p at 0.612. Okay, p. So that gets 0.612. And the p is still there, right? So I'll put that here. 0.612p is my final online price. Alright, so I have my ending price in terms of the original. Again, though, if you look at the question, they want to know by what percent was the final sale price less than the original. By what percent was this less than this? Okay, so if I want to know, really the percent change, okay, the percent change, percent less than P, so if we do percent change formula, again, we're going to do the original, which is the P, minus the final. The original minus the final, I have, the original was P, take away, the final is that 0.612p, and then I'm going to take that, and you're going to divide by the original, right? So the original was P, take away 0.612p. That's where you get that. So 1p, take away 0.61p, you get 0.388p in your numerator. And remember the original was P. So if you're dividing that, you get the 0.38. P divided by P, that goes away. And so far, then what do we do with percent change? Once you get that calculated, you do times the 100. So 0.388 times 100, All right, if you have 0.388 and you're doing times 100, you're moving the decimal point 2 places here, you get 38.8%. I get the same exact answer, or percentages, but I just did it algebraically here. And if you can do it algebraically, I advise getting better at doing this, because there's certain situations you may need to do this where the other strategy might not work if they make a really complicated one. So that's how you do the algebraically. So I'm going to keep adding more of those. We can practice those more and more and more and get really good at these. Now, this problem says a high school has 100 sophomores, 160 freshmen, and now they give you a percent, 75% more seniors than freshmen. Okay. Before we even go on to the actual question, I want to put that information out of sentence form and into like shorter notation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go, let me put this as, I'll go soft for sophomores, and then I'm going to go equals 100, and then I'll put fresh for freshmen, and that equals 160. Now, it says, it doesn't tell me how many seniors, but it gives me a certain percentage. So right now, let me just say seniors, number of seniors is X. Okay, so let me take this information here. It says there's 75% more seniors than freshmen. There are 75% more seniors than freshmen. What we need to do is you need to reword that. Okay, so I put it over here. The number of seniors, so here it was there are 75% more seniors than freshmen. 75% more seniors than freshmen. Reword it to the number of seniors is 75% more than the number of freshmen. Okay, see what I did there? Because here, when I say, and there's 75% more seniors than freshmen, that's very hard to conceptualize that and to work with that. So there's 75% more seniors than freshmen. Therefore, the number of seniors is 75% more than the number of freshmen. Okay, always reword these like that to make more sense. So now I can figure this out. So I know the number of freshmen, right? The number of freshmen was 160. So that's 160. So what I need is 75% more than that. 75% more than 160. So first you have to find out what is 75% of 160. 75% of 160. Well, you can go your 0.75 times 160, and that comes out to be 120. Okay, so what does that mean? That doesn't mean that's the number of seniors. That is 75%. That's 75% of 160. Okay, so the number of seniors is that 75% more than. Okay, so then the number of freshmen, meaning it is the number of freshmen, which is the 160 plus 75% more than the 160, which was my 120. So I'm adding those. So you get 280. So this is very important to figure these out. So when I say 75% more than the number of freshmen, I figured out 75% of 160, which was the 120. So the number of seniors is the number of freshmen plus that 75%, or the 120. So now I know that, so this is the number of seniors. I have 280. Going back to here, now I know that this equals 280. Here, now I finally get the question. By what percent is the number of seniors greater than the number of freshmen? So actually I made a mistake on that. I meant to say by what percent is the number of seniors greater than the number of sophomores? Okay, and reword it to the seniors is what percent greater than the number of sophomores. Okay, now let me bring in my numbers. The number of seniors, that's 280, okay, is what percent? Sophomores were 100. So 280, and this is 100. So now I can say the number 280 is what percent greater than 100. Okay, so that's what I'm really asking. 280 is what percent? What percent greater than 100? All right, so first what I need to do is find out how much it's greater, not the percent, but how much greater is 280 than 100? Well, the difference is 180. So 280 is 180 more than 100. Okay? So, but what percent of the 100 is the 180? Okay, so 280 is what percent greater than 100? Okay, so going here, so now I need to know, I know it's a 180 increase from 100, so I need to know 180 is what amount increase from 100, okay? So what do I need to know? I need to know 180, what percent is that of 100? So don't get messed up, what percent is that of 100? Don't get messed up when it says a bigger number, right? 180, it's obviously more than 100. It's almost double, right? 200 would be double the 100, or would be 200%. So 180 is what percent? Okay, so 180 compared to 100, that comes out to be 1.8 times as big. So that's how you do those. And again, it's tricky, but the key here is make sure you're practicing these type, and I'm adding more and more of these, but also make sure you reword those.